Hey guys, what's up? It's Schlaw, and today I'm coming back with another episode of Car Rides Wit SLA, your one-stop shop and drop your destinations off in the... It's your one-stop shopping destination, so drop your stuff off at the front desk because it's time to tune into the complications of what we're getting into today. Wow. There's probably a lot that I can discuss because it has been over the weekend. I obviously have lots of time to be getting into all kinds of junk versus the week, where the week is much shorter between intervals that I record. So I still have not recorded the video I wanted to. There was just a lot of other things I wanted to get to during the weekend. The first thing I want to talk about is I'd forgotten my water bottle. So I had lost multiple precious minutes and we're kind of running late. But of course, I mean, we're never running late. I'm literally never running late, but I'm, a few minutes off of where I want to be, basically. So I'm a little bit annoyed about that. And yeah, I don't know. It's just hard because setting all this stuff up with the microphone and everything adds a bunch of extra minutes and stuff. And that's kind of a problem. So yeah. Bunch of not fun stuff, but I do think that the dedicated mic, at least to my ears, does sound noticeably better. So we're going to continue doing this for the foreseeable future, because I think it sounds much better. Now, time will tell about that, because the thing I want to get into and what I want to talk about is with my new phone, I'm realizing a lot of pretty critical things. I may have mentioned them on a previous episode, but I don't know if I knew it or talked about it to the depth that I know now. So I found out, I obviously knew that the rear camera is it doesn't even hold a candle to the... No, I know, sorry, that's in the wrong order. I know that the front camera doesn't even hold a candle to the rear camera. The rear camera, I mean, you can tell just by looking at it, is so much better equipped for just everything. I mean, it's obviously going to pick things up better. So I had thought about potentially using it. Using the rear camera instead of because I've just been recording with the front-facing camera. Now, the thing with that is, first of all, it doesn't even really matter yet because I'm not even uploading my face. But I guess for archival purposes, it's just one of those things that I guess it gets to my head and it's I don't like it, or something. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't really like it that I have the back camera that is so much better and I'm just not using it. That kind of stuff really bothers me. So yeah, that is where we're at, and I want to figure that out. So I ordered a new stand because the one I have now is a magnet one, so it just goes on with the magnet. But that's obviously not going to work because if I turn it around, it won't stick on. So, we have to petition to Apple to make MagSafe built into the screen too for me, just for me, because I don't know who else would ever use that. And the other thing that happens is when you record a video from the back, I think it utilizes the complete microphone array that is superior and more like supposed to be used. I think from my understanding of it, when you do a front-facing video, it is using less microphones and microphones just for the front, whereas when you use the back, it kind of is able to use all the mics that it has access to and stuff. And there is a mic, I think there is a microphone dot directly on the back camera, and presumably it is superior. The impression I get is that the front-facing camera and microphone are just for more casual use, and the rear-facing ones are superior. Now, the main caveat and issue with this is obviously it's very stressful to record that way, not because of the fact that I can't see myself, so much as I can't see if the recording has cut or if things have ended. That's a little bit scary to me, because like, what if they did end or it stopped recording and then I'm driving and then I'm talking, like thinking the video's running, and I can't even see it. But I did find out, and I actually may have already known this to some extent, but I guess I just never thought about it. You can make it so that the Apple Watch will show your video. So that kind of nullifies that issue, because I can just check my watch to see if the video is still recording or not. So that is like a super good feature, especially for this specific case of using the back camera facing towards you so you can't see the screen anymore. It's I'm really appreciative that Apple has implemented that feature. Now, talking about features in Apple, that's a whole other story. I used to use the headphone accommodations in order to bass boost my audio, because Apple has still not implemented an EQ in their software, which is very frustrating. And there's also no app that you can get that will implement an EQ for software. And they just removed it, apparently, in iOS 18. They just removed the audiogram feature, and they just kind of did it silently. They didn't tell anybody, really. They didn't really mention too much about it. And there's a good amount of people complaining online, and me included. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And not to mention, people use it as an EQ mostly, but there are people who have like hearing issues who actually needed that audiogram, and right, they needed it, and so I don't know why Apple cut it. I'm assuming they just had the statistics that like barely anybody used it and just decided to cut it. But still, that was a rough day just getting through that, because I'm buying this new phone and I'm setting things up, and the audiogram's just not there. And then I'm like looking into it. It's just crazy. It's really crazy. I don't know how they can do that. It shouldn't even be legal. Like, it shouldn't be allowed to just pull that kind of stuff, because so many people are unhappy about it. And I guess Apple just shrugs it off because they don't really care, just because like most people don't care about something. But I'm really upset. I'm really upset about that. I don't know how I'm going to listen to music. I don't even like bass boosting that much. I'm not really much of a bass head anymore like I used to be more into it. It's just when I'm listening to music casually or in certain environments that I prefer a bass boost, because it's like a little bit easier to deal with, I guess. Like well, no, not deal with. It's just easier to hear when like in certain noisier environments, you usually have to lift the bass a little bit, because it's just difficult to hear. I mean, obviously, if I'm in like a quiet room, there's not really a reason to bass boost. So Yeah, I mean, that's kind of my opinion about it. I've actually am into treble boosting now, really. I do like a lot of treble. That's kind of been my thing recently that I've enjoyed, which is fairly uncommon because there's not a lot of people who are like into treble, but I definitely am. And so, yeah, but in certain environments, I do think a bass boost is really important. Like, I don't know, if you're out in like in a noisy environment, it just completely makes more sense to lift the bass. And regardless, I love having an EQ just to fiddle around with things anyway. I mean, I'd love if they actually just put in like a regular EQ, but they just won't do it. And I don't know why. I mean, Android's had an EQ for who knows how long. And Apple is still not doing it. Like, I don't know. So that was really frustrating. But besides that, yeah. And I'm getting the car mount stand thing for the phone I'm getting is really good. It's longer, so it should be able to also get in closer proximity to my face, which is good for a few reasons. Number one being it can probably... Well, actually, I'm not really sure. Now I'm kind of questioning that, because even at the distance it's at now, it's actually pretty good. And I feel like if it's too much closer, you're not... I mean, now I'm kind of questioning it, because it is already kind of like a pretty perfect fit the way it is. And if it's that much closer, it might be problematic. I'm not entirely sure. So that is not really good, but we'll have to figure it out, I suppose. We'll have to figure it out. But the definite benefit is the arm, because it has more of an arm that comes out that's adjustable. That should really... It will make the phone in closer proximity to me, which should definitely help with microphone stuff, because it will be further away from the edge of the car and also physically closer to my mouth. So at least for the backup recordings, if we ever have to use them for whatever reason, they will be much closer. They should sound better. And so, yeah. But now I'm realizing with the camera, like the camera is kind of already at a good distance, and if it was that much closer, I'm gonna have to figure out how I can position it, because maybe getting that arm thing was a bad idea for the video, but for the audio I'm sure it's worth it. And so at least in the short term it sort of makes more sense, especially because you want to have some kind of leniency, I guess, with the video, because it is a car, and like I feel like you shift around a little bit. Like, I'm not necessarily always going to be within the same vantage point, and the way it is now is actually like pretty perfect, like a pretty perfect distance. I mean, it could be slightly closer, but again, the closer it gets, it will reduce that leniency amount. I'm trying to think of a better way to word what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying leniency, but there's definitely a better way to describe, like, the ability to error, like the zone of mistake. Why can I not think of one? This is what I'm saying. Like, I have these hiccups like sometimes, and that's what I said. I feel like it happens much more frequently for most people. And that could be why talking is not fun for a lot of people. I mean, leniency works, but I just don't think that's the best way to say it. It gets my point across, but then I don't know if everybody knows what leniency or like something being lenient even means. But yeah, it's a little risky having it much closer, but it's probably worth it for the audio quality, because either way, that's like the main thing. But we'll have to see. I'm going to have to get the stand and see how it goes, and then we'll figure out if I made a mistake or not, right? It is what it is. What can you do, right? What can you do? So I'm not sure what else I was going to talk about. There probably was a bunch of other stuff, but the phone stuff kind of clouded my judgment a little bit. I did look into some things, I guess, regarding the finishes on iPhones, because I noticed in pictures that they pretty dramatically changed things a lot. You know, the 13 and 14 and perhaps even earlier Pro models had a high gloss stainless steel metal perimeter, and they obviously decided to stop doing that with the titanium. I guess I didn't ask if perhaps a high gloss titanium finish is hard to pull off or something, or if they're just going with matte just because, but I'm not entirely sure, because they were going with that gloss for a while, the gloss finish on the steel, which I like. I'm actually a fan of glossy. Although I'm a fan of both. Like, I really don't have much of a preference about it, but I do kind of like glossy finishes in general. I know they're typically less desirable, but I actually like glossy. So there's that. There's my 2 cents about that. But it's interesting how they changed. But I don't really know now. Is there a reason why they did it based on the way titanium is, or is it more of a thing that they just wanted to change it? That's kind of what I'm wondering. Oh, the other thing I wanted to talk about is I guess I'm still experimenting with the microphone being further away from my mouth. I'm not too sure how I feel about that, but I think it's like safer, because again, I don't know, like the gain just seems too high to me. It seems like too high. So I want to try to figure out a way I can put an extra pop filter type apparatus over it. That's really my goal. I wanted to look into that and maybe figure out a way to rubber band over it, because that's already what I'm doing. Like, I already have a bigger, like, because I have the one underneath that it came with that was broken, but it's not secure, but it's secure in there underneath the one I took from one of my headsets and have been using it over top. But I did order new ones for it that will fit properly. But I still think I'm going to end up doubling it up, because I'm not sure. The only thing I guess I'm concerned about with that is it probably reduces treble clarity if you put extra plosive filters over top like that. But I don't even know how much of an issue that is, because people really seem to be not interested in like clarity so much as warmth or smoothness. Oh my goodness. Wow, there's like a huge traffic jam going on. Oh, wow. We're going to need to take some emergency. Sorry, guys, this is like happening live in the moment. There's like a huge traffic backup. I usually would know this because of I would have my GPS on. But I don't know what I'm going to do now because... Oh, no, good. It is available to join. I have to try to connect to the hotspot on my phone and see what's happening. Wow. Well, I guess it's just a wrap for today. It says I'm not going to get to work for another 30 minutes, so... just kind of stinks. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't think this has ever happened. Like, I don't think I've ever just gotten stuck in traffic. So when I first started working, I was just coming in at the regular time, and of course, there were times then where I had gotten stuck in traffic, but then after a while I started coming in earlier because I wanted to get overtime. And not only overtime, but it just kind of makes more sense because also I would never run into traffic. Whereas when I came at like the regular time I was supposed to, I would always run into traffic. But again, it's so crazy because the stars were like aligning to make me even later. And so I think I'm going to end up, it's just going to be bad. This is like not good. And again, it's never happened before. I've never really encountered this much traffic since I've been coming at the earlier time. So it's very weird. But yeah, I guess it's going to be like a special long episode. It could be the longest yet. Yeah, I can see where it has like a hazard. I mean, it's convenient that I have the two phones now because I can still keep recording, but then like see stuff like this. And then I guess when I get the second stand, I can reposition things so I could actually still have my GPS up. So it's convenient for me. Although I'm not, a lot of people I don't think would be able to utilize the double phone thing very well, but I do. But yeah, I know, because even like obviously today, that 5 minutes could have made a difference. Although another way to look at it is what if I had left earlier and then what if I was there? Because like I'm trying to think. If I was 5 minutes further ahead, because like the hazard thing, it's not too far away. It's hard to gauge. It's hard to gauge or figure out if I would have actually. I'm just trying to say because it's that whole thing where some people are like, oh, like I was running late, and then it turned out it saved me because like I would have been there. And I mean, I want to say that's possible because it's like it adds all this super cool and good meaning to things, but I don't really know that that's true because it's kind of far, and I guess it's difficult to gauge on the map thingy what that is. But yeah, this is interesting. This is definitely not ordinary. Again, I'm not sure what happened. I guess we will see when we get there, but I've never encountered it. I have literally never encountered a traffic jam like this since coming earlier. Now, when I was coming at the regular time, this could happen. This could definitely happen. I think like a 15-minute delay. But again, what I hate is that it's happening on the day, like I happen to be a few minutes off and stuff. That kind of ticks me off because even those 5 minutes, that really could have mattered. So it's just more of a reason why, like, I don't know. I have to kind of get my act together a little bit better. I mean, I say that, but I actually could be in the number one, like, percentile for consistency because, wow, that was scary. Sorry, there was just like a police car zooming up the shoulder, and you're just not expecting to like see a car come like speeding up the shoulder when everything's so clogged and slow. And then what's also worse is I think people are kind of like abusing the system because they're using this exit on ramp thing to try to get in front of me, which I think I'm doing the right thing by not doing that, but I didn't even have enough time to like react anyway. It's looking worse though. Things are not improving, which I kind of like, I guess I thought they were, like it seemed like they were, but now It's just seeming like longer. So I don't know what's going on. Because usually it would be improving as I'm getting closer to the choke point. I really wonder what happened then. I guess you can't win. I guess you just can't win, right? But yeah, this is really going to throw off my time and my schedule stuff big time. It's going to be the latest I've gotten to work in months, probably. It's probably been months since I've gotten here this late. Yeah, it's just, you just don't expect it. I don't know, you don't. I'm speechless. I'm very speechless, but I probably, if I would have like cheated and gotten ahead like I'm seeing a lot of people do it, they're just using this side entrance to get in, but you really shouldn't do that. I probably could have, shaved off like about 5 minutes or something, but I couldn't react that fast, and even if I could, I don't really agree with doing that kind of stuff. But yeah, this really, I am probably going to end up getting to work like 20 minutes later than usual or something like that. I really wonder what, like, because this is pretty severe. This is a pretty severe backup. It is not good. I just don't know. I mean, I guess I have things to talk about, but this is just like grabbing my attention mostly right now. Sorry, I think I just needed a moment. Yeah, what if we canceled Car Ride Wit SLA? No, that definitely wouldn't help. I can see a lot of these people, though, speeding by, and it's really not fair. Because they're just getting in front, and they should have to also wait like I had to wait, but... the weird thing is usually when there's like traffic this bad, it tells you like an alternative way to go. And it's not doing that. Like it's still saying that this way is the fastest way, which kind of makes like, it's really that major of a problem? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's kind of odd to me. Because it's almost always like when these things have happened in the past, it just routes me to go like a side road or something. But the map is not doing that. It's still saying that this way is the best. Yeah, we could hit an hour. It's possible at this point. I don't know. Like this episode could be like... That's crazy. I don't know, though. I think it's going to get, like, near an hour, but not quite. But given the trajectory, it's been increasing. And so if it keeps increasing, then we are going to hit an hour. So that's kind of my prediction. But you never know with these things. Like, it's where it's at right now is it's saying 29, and we're at 29, which would mean... the episode might finish like just under an hour, but this thing, see, now it jumped up to 30. So it's not, we're gaining more time. And so it's just, I think it's so hard for my brain though, because like I never have any traffic in the morning. There's just never any traffic. Because of how early I leave. It's just... So this is like really throwing me off. I don't know. It's just out of nowhere. Although, again, I don't think I care that much because I'm still doing my show. And that's... I don't know. That's like a pretty major to me. I think if I wasn't doing the Car Rides Wit SLA, like I would be a lot angrier right now. But at least the moment's captured. It's memories, right? I don't know. Can't be that upset. And then there's this special hour-long episode. So I'm getting something out of it. But no, I mean, the truth is, like, this is horrible. We are seeing a decline. All right, so we're down to 27. We're down to 27 minutes now because it was continuing to go up to 30, but now down to 26. Maybe we won't strike an hour after all. But yeah, these people are very rude and crazy. I really want to honk my horn and like not let them merge and all that kind of stuff. I just like people should not act like this. You know, like we're all trying to get somewhere, and you should not be trying to budge and squeeze ahead as much as possible to like manipulate the system. And I don't know, look, it's karma. It's they do what they want to do, but God's watching. God is watching. I have no time to even get into it. You know, I don't know how these people have the care, the energy for this stuff. It's just totally not. It's just, I don't know. And I'm obsessive about things, but driving and like really pushing to get there, I just don't. I can't do it. I can't care. I mean, leaving early, I'm pretty obsessive about leaving early, but once I've left. But yeah, we know now we definitely need to leave on the earlier end. I mean, we would have. We were kind of running late. I know, and it probably would have made a dramatic difference because even if I had just gotten out of the house 5 minutes sooner, it probably would have made up. We hit a huge bump now. We're definitely hitting an hour. Now it says 33. Man, I wonder if someone's going to rob my space now. You know what I mean? Because my parking space. Because it's getting kind of late. It's getting real late now. Yeah, like things were looking better for a second, but now they're not. I wonder if it would be faster for me to go a different... No, this is amping up bad. I guess I should be really grateful that I even got in when I did. Because it's definitely... It's probably gotten so much worse, like, for the people... Because it hasn't cleared up at all, and for me, it's still increasing in time. I can only imagine the people who, like, usually are coming to work or coming through here around this time. It's probably just so much worse. But yeah, we're definitely hitting an hour. I think it easily could hit into an hour 10 minutes, an hour 15 minutes, something crazy like that. That is crazy. They'll probably talk about it at work because they usually are talking about the traffic news and stuff like that. But yeah, and I just hate all these people trying to like cheat. I don't think it's fair. Yo, this guy in the truck, he just went over the what is it called? The meridian? Like the grassy part. He just went right over it to escape the jam. But my thing is, it probably wouldn't tell me if that way was faster. Because I guess I could do that too in my car, but I wouldn't pull something like that. I think it's called the meridian. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. I mean, I could almost make this like a double episode too. That might be wiser, but I'm not going to do that. I think it's more like interesting to just have the longer, because how many times is that going to happen? Like I could make it a double episode, but I guess that's just not really as interesting to me. That just seems kind of like okay. But no, like it's going to be pretty rare. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't. Oh, like another truck doing the Meridian thing. That is so funny. I don't think the cops would do anything about it though. Yeah, I don't really think so. Well, we're finally... No, it's still getting worse. I can't believe that. No, but even like where that guy cut to get over, it's also clogged there. You know? I don't even know if I'm going to get to see what had happened now. Because the thing doesn't show up anymore on the map. But yeah, what I was saying is the things like the trucks went over to skip to, it's also clogged there as well. So I don't know. I don't know if the map's probably not recommending it because you can't legally do that. But I don't even know how much faster it would be if I went that way. But no, I guess I was expecting things were going to improve. But I think since it's such like a severe rush hour. Oh no, we just got an improvement. We just got an improvement. I'm pretty close to the hazard thing. But yeah, it is crazy that I happen to be running a little late. I mean, this had to have happened for a reason. What am I gonna? Oh, I'm a bigger person now. I'm a better. I've said that like seriously before. I think it's like a little bit silly. Because I suppose it's true, but I don't know. I mean, no, it's memories, it's experiences, it's vibes, right? That's all life's about. It's not about everything going right. It's just that's what it is. I don't know. I think I said that. Although the difference is this isn't like what happened with the phone on Friday. This is just bad. There's no silver lining. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. Nope. It is just bad. It is just very bad. I'm probably going to stay late at work. I think even if I think I have to stay late just to match what I like usually do. I see a helicopter flying nearby. So what if it is like that? What if it's like a news helicopter? I mean, I could just be like over assuming, but oh yeah, no, there's two helicopters. So I do think what happened is probably pretty major. Interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, things do look like they're improving now, which sorry, I just hit the mic. I have to be like wary of that. I'm still getting used to. It's mainly the thing on the back. Like if I go to scratch my head and there's like the little headset thingy there. I have to start to get a little meaner because too many people are like cutting in front of me. I have to become angry Schlaw. Shadow Schlaw. Shadow. Dark Schlaw. Evo Schlaw. Evo. I mean, hey, I'm being a good sport about it, right? Because how many people would be breaking down right now, you know? Because that's what I was just thinking about. Like, man, you have all this time. You could have been making good content for people. You could have been giving the people what they want. You could have been giving people what they want. Know what I'm saying? But instead, I've just been kind of like whining. Well, no, actually, I know I haven't been whining. I'm just saying I'm like talking about what's happening. I would be a great news reporter. If the whole podcast joint don't work out, at least somebody's gonna see this and think this guy is made to be a reporter. I would be a very good reporter, interviewer. I'm still seeing some improvement, but now there's actually, I think the helicopters are definitely covering it. So it must be something major. I should see it relatively soon, like probably in the next, I don't know, 5 minutes or whatever. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'll probably see it. So, yeah, I don't know. I just kind of spaced out. I don't know. This guy is a pretty cool shadow ram. No, I'm only saying because it's like it's not blacked out. It's like grayed out, but the lights are blacked out. But everything else is grayed out. But it looks pretty nice, I think. And it looked like, I don't know if it was a guy or a girl, but they had long hair. But I feel like it was a guy, but it could have been a girl. Too far away for me to be able to distinguish. Yeah, I think if I stay really late, then I will be able to make up the time, but like it's going to be pretty late. It's not funny. This is not funny. This is not a funny situation. No, but I'm laughing. You know, maybe it is funny because without I'm no, but that's what I'm saying because there's probably people out there who would like lose it and have to stop the recording. I do deserve some kind of credit for being such a good sport about this because I'm losing like 30 minutes of pay basically. I'm still gonna get there on time because again, like I do extra. I come really early for overtime. So there's never any stress, but like, you know, if I was like doing what I was supposed to do, I'm taking it easy, but I wonder if one of these people are going to like swipe up behind me or something. Doesn't look like it, but if I see anybody make a move, I'm going to have to step on it. But no, it looks like we got a little bit of an increase in time now. Bit of an increase. But it seems like things are stabilizing. I don't know. But again, I assume I'm pretty lucky because I really bet that the other people who are after me, I'm sure it's just like so much worse for them. Like I should count my blessings seriously because I am so sure it's so much worse now. Like it's probably backed up so much further. I wonder, I guess the thing on the map is wrong because I don't see the hazard thing anymore. I mean, that's kind of annoying, to be honest. Like, I mean, kudos to them if they already cleared it up, but at the same time, like, no. No, like, be slow, be slow. Shadow. Shadow, Evo, be slow, be slow. Oh, you know what else is fire too? I could listen to music while doing the recording too, because I could have this phone hook up to the car. Because I didn't even connect. Oh, well, it carries over the Bluetooth connection. So this one probably did, but this one could. The shadow phone. The shadow. The shadow phone. No, I'm serious. Y'all gotta give me credit. Like, this is crazy. Because I could have so easily been so, like, angry and grumpy and just, like, had to cut the recording and just, like, spazzed out. I really could have. I mean, I deserve so much credit for just keeping it up. Yeah, because we're definitely hitting an hour now. I think we'll hit. I don't know if we'll hit an hour 10, because at this rate, it seems like conditions are improving. I think conditions are improving to the point where we will probably make it. I think we're probably going to make it. So that's my current prediction. Based on kind of the, like, trajectory that I'm seeing, it seems like we're going to make it, and I will probably end up being under an hour 10 minutes. It's probably going to be an hour and something minutes, but the minutes will be in the single digits. But if things keep improving... But see, it's probably going to help everybody else. Because if I'm blocked from where I'm at, like the other people that go to work, it's probably clearer for them. I forget. Oh, yeah. Like, I feel like I need credit because I'm going to end up getting to work 30 minutes later than usual. So it's not that I'm late, but I'm losing 30 minutes of pay, which is well... Actually, that's not even that. I'm like, that's actually not even that much money. Like, what's 15? What's half of 15? Like, I'm sitting here complaining. Oh my gosh! Like, after taxes, I'm losing what, like $7? That's, like, I don't know. I mean, hey, seven can get you seven can get you a long way, like, to be honest. That's like a burger, you know? That's like a burger. But yeah, what I was making a joke about, I don't know if y'all got it, is I was saying, like, if I'm going to have to wait this long, I at least want to be able to see what happened. But I can't, I don't think I'm going to be able to see what happened because I think they cleared it up fast enough. So I was like, Evo, Shadow, Evo, like, just be slow, don't clear up the problem. Because I want to see. Although I don't think I got the shortest end of the stick, but I did kind of get the short end of the stick. Actually, I'm not sure. No, because I was kind of in the thick of it. But it could have been worse. I just wish I was, again, 5 minutes earlier today, because that would have just been a lot better. I don't know. That's the only thing I wish. Are people going to try to... No, nobody's doing anything crazy. Good drivers. Will we see... I mean, I see yellow lights. I see yellow lights. Is, like, the left lane closed off? I maybe. I see a cone. I'm seeing cones. Maybe I will be seeing something. I'm seeing traffic cones. I'm seeing yellow arrows. yellow arrows and traffic cones. I'm seeing men with men with hard hats talking. I'm seeing police cars. Reporting to you live. I see shadows. I see evil. I see shadows. I see men walking in the meridian. I see arrows. I see yellow. I see people. What am I seeing? I don't really get what happened. I mean, they must have cleared something up, but it just looks like a pretty like substantial part of the left lane is closed, but I don't really see why. And I also don't understand, even if that was the case, why would that have caused all that? It's just one lane. All right, we made it. We're out the mud. We are out of the mud. We're free. We're free. We're free. We're zooming. We're zooming now. We're zooming now. Too much lot we always win. Too much lot we always win. Too much lot never going in the bin. Too much lot never going in the bin. Man, it's free. It's exhilarating being able to drive after all that clog. I have no idea what happened. Like, I guess it was an accident and then they relegated things to the side, but that still makes no sense. That makes no sense to me. It had to have been like all closed at one point. Because there's no way that, there's just no way. There's no way that just one lane would not do all that. That's just like insanity to me. I don't know. The whole point is we made it. And again, lucky for me, I come obnoxiously early to work. But the traffic here should be like non-existent now because there's no... I mean, sometimes the traffic is higher for like this remaining chunk, but I assume because of my area was not contributing to it, it's probably lower. I see shadow. You guys like don't even know what I'm talking about. It's like funny. But yeah, no, I think that the closer to my face, the better quality the image is going to be, really. So there's some excitement there. I also think that if I can have it above my head better, that's another, because when we put the stand in, it should be, actually, I'm not really sure. I was going to say it should be above my head because then it avoids the glare from the glasses. Like the camera being under my glasses, it picks up the glare. And if I move my head down so that the camera's like over my glasses, then the glare does not show up. But I'm not sure how that affects like the vibe because then you're not really seeing my face normally. So yeah, I'm not really too sure about that decision, honestly. I'm not sure, but yeah, getting rid of the glare is power. That's power. Yeah, like we would have already been at work. Like usually we would have been at work so long ago. It's like crazy to think about that. But yeah, I'm probably gonna have to stay late to make up. And it's not staying late to gain. It's it's staying late to just be on solid ground again. So that's why it's not so fun. I mean, yeah, it was all fun and games, but now I'm kind of like grouchy about it. Right now I'm kind of getting like you should have been miserable. You should have gave up. You shouldn't have bothered to, it wasn't worth persevering. You should have gave in to the shadow. You should have gave in to the Evo. I don't know. I'm kind of in the front though, and I think the cars are coming now. I think a lot of cars are. It's filling back up quick. It's filling back up quick, but man, I still can't get over that. If I had been on the earlier side this morning, it probably would have made like an easy 5-10 minute difference. I think easily, because it would be exponential. Just being like that little bit earlier, it would have been exponential. I have a lot of things to look into. I have to look into the plosive filters. I didn't mention it, but I'm going to try these rubber fan mounts for my computer. I've never actually heard of them before, but apparently they work better than screws, and so I'm just going to see what happens. Apparently they're pretty good. But I don't really know what I'm doing, so I hope I have everything that I need for that. But they're apparently like superior to screws. They're just not for longevity. But besides that, they're like kind of better. Although, honestly, given my build, I don't really have a reason for it. Would it make sense to have like gaskets between the screws? That's what I'm thinking of now, probably. Oh, more of a traffic jam. Maybe the pile's coming through. Maybe the pile's coming through now. Or it's just people don't really know how to drive very well. That's probably... Because it's usually a pinch zone. Okay, dude. Dude, like, what is this guy doing? Oh, no, it's a woman. It's a blonde in her white BMW sedan. Yeah, of course. Of course. What were we talking about? Yeah, there's rubber things. I don't know. I mean, maybe it is just that easy. I usually wonder if there's... I guess I'm like concerned about messing things up, or what if I need to order something else? And I really should know what I'm doing more before I just like jump into these things, but it is what it is. I love being an early bird though, so it hurts my soul that like I'm this late. It does hurt my soul. I wanted to figure out if I could have a stand though to put my watch up though too, because that would be kind of fire. Because then I could see things more directly. You know, if it can connect to the watch like that, I wonder if there's a way to connect to just like another phone as well. Because that shouldn't be out of the question. But that, I mean, it's, yeah, that should not be out of the question, especially if it's another iPhone. Anyway, Shadow news. Shadow. Wow, travel and breakdown. Oh, no, that makes sense. I don't know why. Yeah, this is a special episode. We're going to hit the 1 hour mark. Honestly, I think I could have split it up, because the thing is, the chance that I could be in this debilitating amount of traffic at some point, I definitely could, because the night coming home, it could easily happen. Like, really easily. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just going to stay late today. I think I'm just going to have to come to terms with that. But yeah, it hurts, but you try to keep your head up. Keep your chin up. you try to keep your chin up. Because what else can you do in life, right? What else is there to do? There's nothing. Or, I mean, I guess you could say, what else is there to do but be miserable? Right? There's also that angle. Just be miserable. Why not just be miserable? Why try to be positive? What's the point? I don't know. I think that was impressive that I held it together. It's gonna be like early though. I don't even think we'll crack 1 minute 5. That's like my new prediction, but it could end up being that. Oh well, no, because I usually I might get to work at 1:05, but the recording's gonna be stopped before then. But yep, it seems like we barely, because we just cracked an hour, so. Well, actually, depending on lights, because if I had hit like a snag at lights, it could push it a lot more. Yes, I shouldn't say that. Forget the prediction. Forget the scratch that. Because if I hit the lights, that could foul that up so much. This part is not consistent at all. Because there's like 3 lights I have to go through. So obviously, if they were all green, it could actually be like 104 or 103, but if they're all red, it could even be like 107. So scratch that prediction. That is not going to add up. That is crazy. That was so crazy. I just couldn't. And they cleared it up by then, but I still think that's probably going to be like a lingering delay. I wish I could check it. I probably could check it with Google Maps. I don't really know how to with Apple Maps as much. Like check the thing. Because what I was gonna say is check it to see if it's still clogged. Whoa! Oh my gosh, that was, it was just kind of backed up here, and I'm not used to that. It's probably because of the time. Because, I just want to clarify, even though I reacted like that, I was driving like perfectly fine. I used the brakes perfectly. You know what I mean? I always do, really, because I usually just drive cautious. So there's usually enough of a buffer where I can stop properly even if something unexpected comes up. I'm like never needing to slam my brakes. I'm always fine. But my reaction is just like that because it's like, to me and from my perspective, I don't like to use the brakes, so it just feels terrible. But I probably use my brake less than anybody. Like anybody in the whole world. I'm dead serious about that too. I literally, I am probably in just like totally like 0.00. Like I'm serious. I probably am like more effective at braking and throttle than like anybody. Well, in terms of gentleness, it's just definitely the case. I've never heard of anybody who's even remotely close as gradual throttle and brake input as consistently. Never heard of it. I think most people don't even consider it, so that is something I'm probably just kind of best at. But yeah, maybe my prediction, the 105 thing may actually materialize. Like it might be a little off, but I think by the time I get to where I'm going to stop, it is going to end up being like 105. Anyways, so TLDR with Schlaw. I don't really need to do a TLDR with Schlaw. I think it's obvious what the title's going to be. It's going to be the Traffic Jam Special. I might make some kind of joke about like traffic grape jam special, or like special grape jam, or like something like silly like that, just making a play on jam. But it's obviously just going to be called Traffic Jam Long Special. That's it. That's all the TLDR. I don't know what else I talked about. Now, I talked about microphones and stuff like that, but this is starting to get pretty long for a TLDR, so see y'all. Schlaw out. Bye-bye.